Welcome to Venusian Soul Tarot. Today I'm back with a timeless pick a card reading, and it's going to be how is your life about to change? So I want you to cast your gaze over the cards and ask your higher self which card has a message for you. I have group number 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. If you need to pause the video to meditate further, please do so. But for those of you who are ready, let's get started. Hi group 1. The first message I heard for you were your efforts are being repaid. There's a need to, for many of you, I feel like you've been working hard towards some sort of change, transformation. I also am hearing you're being rewarded for cutting out, I want to say snakes or like snaky energy, underhanded energy with that moon. So it could be like low vibrational connections. It could be even belief systems within yourself that you've let go of. But with this Queen of Swords, you're being rewarded for your boundaries and your hard work here with the Eight of Pentacles. With the offering and Eight of Pentacles, I feel again like some of you perhaps have been working on, for example, your career, your finances. There's something you've been seeking to manifest and build, and the offering coming in, I'm reading this as a blessing, like the universe is wanting you to receive the dues of your hard work and your effort. But I also heard the fruits of your kindness. So for some of you where you've offered and been, you know, a very kind and supportive person for others, and you've given a lot of positive energy and grace to other people, I feel like that energy is flowing back to you. But again, it's almost like you had to release certain people, or this could be like toxic belief systems, energies, vibrations, to be able to receive this with the Magician. So yes, it's coming from the universe, but I do feel like for this group, you've put in a lot of effort, and I'm hearing your faith is what's going to see you through. Your faith and your conviction and your belief. And I also just heard commitment. I think for some of you, whatever you've been building or manifesting or working upon, you are very committed to it, or you've shown your commitment to the divine. There's a sense of you being very solid, very steady in your efforts. And with the Queen of Swords and Two of Swords, I'm hearing your life could have gone one of two ways. Like for some of you with this devil energy, there could have been a path or a road that was kind of tempting you or calling to you, or there was some momentum here because it was familiar. And for some of you, you've actually closed the door. And again, this is something significant in your life. This could have been like a relationship, a job, or just a path that didn't fully align spiritually for you. And I feel for many of you, you've had the courage and the conviction to close the door, to walk away, to keep moving forward, and to trust yourself, trust your own knowing. And it's like you're going to receive so much more support than you have previously. For some of you, I do feel this is heavily leaning towards career and financial support, especially those of you who have been working on a particular career path or project. But it's like you are going to see the fruits of your labor. And it could be around this time as well. I still feel as though it's like the beginning stages, because they're showing me seeds and seedlings, and then the plant is starting to sprout. So you're starting to see the manifestation. You're starting to see the effects of the beautiful work you've done and the energy that you've embodied. Yeah, but with the Four of Coins, I feel for some of you, you made a very difficult choice to let go. And for some of you, this is a lot of things you had to let go of with the Queen of Swords. There are a lot of habits, thought patterns. Some of you could have completely reprogrammed as well, your mind, your subconscious beliefs. There's huge energetic changes that you brought in. And it's like I feel like the universe is really proud of you as well, the strength you have. With this Sunstone, I'm getting like you've maintained optimism and a sunny disposition, perhaps even when, you know, most would not have, even in circumstances that were very testing, or in circumstances where it looked as though things weren't going to unfold the way you had hoped. Yeah, with the Chariot as well, I feel like for those of you who have had to let go with the Six of Cups and the Four of Pentacles of the past, of past ways of being, even past connections, I feel like you're going to reach this point where, and part of this change is feeling like the past is completely done, feeling completely healed. And yes, healing and growth can be ongoing, but I feel for this group, there's just this sense of closure, like the door is closed, you're ready and you're moving forward. Things that used to affect you as well, because you've overcome a lot of challenges and you're very strong in yourself, you have a lot of faith and conviction, things that used to throw you off track or leave you feeling a particular type of way, I don't feel like it still has that same effect, or it will have that same effect moving forward. Your first card is Divine Masculine, Rise of True Gentle Power, True Strength. Again, for some of you, you've really had to take your power back from someone or a situation from your past, because they keep showing me a crossroads with this Two of Swords, and it's like your life and path may have been moving in one direction, and then you veered off in accordance with your soul's calling or just your guidance in general. Your intuition was guiding you in a new direction that felt right for you. I feel like as well, you're very empowered. Some of you as well could be showing up in boss energy. So you could be working on a project or a path that is, entrepreneurial or involves some sort of promotion or level up. Yeah, rising to a higher level of leadership and experience in general. I also am hearing for this group, I mentioned earlier about your kindness is being repaid. You could have been someone in the past that was very, very giving, and you've got a huge heart, very generous, but you've had to really master the art of setting boundaries first before a level of success or money recognition comes in, so that you're surrounded by the right people when this does come your way, like people that aren't gonna, blindly take from you or aren't, manipulating a situation. I see your discernment has really grown, and that's partly because I just heard you can recognize a snake from a mile off. It's like I also am hearing people and things can't get under your skin the way they once did. And this is going to be a huge blessing when it comes to moving forward in your life, because things that could have served as roadblocks or had you more so second guess yourself, question yourself, it's like that it just doesn't have any effect on you anymore. You have initiation, deep trust, deep healing, reconnection with all. I keep hearing for you healing complete. So you could have had to do some healing around your beliefs, your mind, just your sense of self. And I feel like you're wrapping up that cycle and chapter, and you have a level of trust with self now that you're ready for this new stage. You're ready for this new beginning. And with reconnection with all, again, I feel like I'm getting it like reconnection with self and with spirit. I feel like your connection with your own soul, with God, with the divine has increased. And that's part of what's fostering a greater sense of, I just heard contentment, but that wasn't what I was meant to say. Self-patience, I want to say as well. For some of you, this journey could have been ongoing, or it could have looked, I think the reason Spirit is coming through saying your life is about to change with, you seeing the fruits of your labor, or you seeing these offerings, these blessings physically, is perhaps for some of you, you've been on this path for some time, and it may not have seemed or looked like things were changing or things were coming in. And it's like you're about to realize, I am on the right track, or this is coming forward for me. For some of you with Eight of Coins and the Magician, you could be trying to manifest like big shifts in your life, right? Like a complete 180, and that's what represents this new path and new direction for you. But I just keep hearing it's working for you. You have trust. You have deep trust, and then you have trust, overcoming doubts, insecurities, patience. Again, some of these battles you won with this devil energy, they were snakes within your own mind, right? They were fears, they were belief systems. They could have originated externally, but some of it was an internal process that you've overcome. And it's like your journey moving forward is going to feel far more fluid. Like they're showing me like obstacles or challenges removed, or they don't trip you up the way they once did. You're able to kind of flow and move with life. You're going to feel very supported and held and protected by Spirit. But that's also because of the energy and attention you've put into connecting with the divine and following your divine guidance. I feel like for this group, you have really taken strides or put in some extra effort when it comes to connecting with your higher self. I just said you can look fear dead in the eye, and it doesn't, you don't balk. It doesn't scare you. Nothing can throw you off course. And I'm seeing that film, Rocky. like that power, that courage. Yeah, in that song, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You've developed a level of strength and power. It's almost like this journey has turned you into a powerhouse because number one, you had to choose yourself. It is a journey of self, but it's a journey of, you know, perhaps for some of you living your dreams or your purpose as well. And you also have breakthrough, leap of faith, freedom, new beginnings. So yeah, you definitely have a new beginning coming. But you may not see it right now. Like it's right on the horizon, but I don't know if it's fully, if those plants have sprouted yet. It's like they're about to, but you're right at that precipice. So spirit is coming through as well, telling you not to give up. For some of you, if you felt like maybe this isn't working, maybe it's not going to come in, it is. But it's like, you know how you need patience at that last hurdle. It's almost as though you need to keep the faith a little bit longer for what's coming for you. Also, you have repeating number 4. You have 444 here. So yeah, solid foundation. If things have felt a little chaotic or messy in the past, I feel now things are going to transpire or come together in a way where it just really flows. Like you just have a sense of, oh, like things are working out beautifully, right place, right time. It could be as well like with connections, if you didn't have a lot of support, because I'm getting for some of you, you had to really choose yourself or go on a journey of self. Now it's like the right people that share your vision. I'm hearing divine support as well. Some of this support is definitely coming from the astral realm. You have a lot of guides, ascended masters and frequencies around you. But I also feel some of this could be in the physical. Yeah, you literally have protection with Queen of Swords, but I'm hearing you learn how to protect yourself. You learn how to avoid some of these storms by recognizing, again, the snake. I just keep hearing that message. So you could have dealt with people. And when I say snaky energy, I mean like potentially toxic or underhanded with the moon. Like they're, you know, ulterior intentions or just operating in a shady energy, not being fully transparent, whatever that, you know, however that played out for you. So for some of you, you have really had to learn discernment in regards to maybe who you talk to about what you're creating or what you want for your life. You may have in the past potentially trusted the wrong individuals and it didn't serve you. So you learned to move in silence or pull your energy back to self. And look, you literally have new beginnings twice. Look, I'm hearing it's always darkest before the dawn. The sun is about to rise on your life, and it's funny because you have Sunstone. For some of you, some of this deep diving you did was really intense shadow work, dark night of the soul, almost like a spiritual cleanse and purge, but it helped you deeply connect with the divine and with spirit. I'm hearing you can see through people now. Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. You've held this vision, I'm hearing, for some time, even without physical proof. And that's the most beautiful and powerful type of manifestation because you were able to continue and persevere even when you weren't entirely sure how things would unfold. And it's like that level of faith and conviction in the divine can move mountains. And that's what I think you're about to see the beginning of that, right? Like your life, I'm hearing your life in the next, say, year to 2 years is going to look nothing like what and how you're living now. So I feel for you, like there's going to be very drastic changes either in your, you know, career, level of success, and especially finances, and also how life works for you. Like you're going to feel as though you have the Midas touch, the lucky charm. You also get a lot of downloads and intuitive guidance from spirit, and they're telling you that you can trust that, but keep following that guidance, because I feel like for a lot of you, part of why this success is coming in now is because spirit has been leading you step by step and you've been listening to those messages and that guidance. You also have Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Your voice is more powerful, I'm hearing, because there's been upgrades around the third eye chakra and the throat chakra. But I also feel, again, if you had any difficulty with speaking up, asserting yourself, setting boundaries, I feel like you've healed and moved past that. And that is also part of why things are unfolding more beautifully or more effortlessly for you. It's like things, I just keep seeing like someone almost floating. Yes, you still take action, but a lot of the hard yards and the hard work you've done, you know, it's behind you. you've laid that foundation. It's like for many of you, it's like a roll-on where everything kind of comes at once, or like a domino effect where, you know, things just line up beautifully for you. And I'm hearing pieces of the puzzle come together. And this could also involve, for some of you, like support with the offering, people supporting you, people wanting to invest in, whether this is like business, project, career, someone wanting to mentor you or give you a helping hand. I feel like for this group, it's across the board changes in your life, but specifically around career success and financial abundance. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 2. So I feel for this group, there's a sense of something's about to hatch or break through here with the threshold. It's like you're at that threshold where things are about to really change and shift for you. Some of these changes and shifts are definitely happening on an inner level, like energetically, spiritually. I feel like your perception of the world is really changing as well. But if you've been through a lot of initiations or dark nights of the soul, like a lot of I'm hearing ascension symptoms now, like upgrades. It's energetic turmoil is what I'm feeling. Like it's almost like on an inner level, but it's like you're breaking through in consciousness, or you're reaching a level of consciousness where things are going to start to feel a lot more grounded for you, but you're able to maybe start building as well. If you felt like you were I'm seeing someone who goes through a cycle of growth, as you know, ascends to a higher level of consciousness, then goes back into a cycle of growth, ascends to a higher level, and just keeps going through that process. And yes, we're always growing and evolving, but I feel like now you're going to be able to ground yourself. There's an energy, or this could also correlate as well to having greater financial stability with your career and just in general, which leaves you feeling more grounded as well, especially those of you who have come from the Five of Pentacles, because I do see more financial abundance and financial stability flowing forward. But it's like you found the treasure spiritually, energetically, spiritually. You found the treasure within yourself first. You became very abundant spiritually, and it's flown, or will be flowing into the physical. I'm hearing as within, so without. And it's like, yeah, the spirit is saying they're very proud of the level of spiritual growth and ascension that you've attained. With 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and then we finish on the Queen of Wands, there's a sense here that things that used to keep you stuck as well. I'm hearing in the mind, specifically with that 8 of Swords, fears, doubts, you know, past experiences, they can't bind you. Here with 9 of Wands and Death, there's been many versions of you that you've let go of. Many versions. And it's like this, but this death process, I feel, or metaphorically speaking, the death process may have been going on for some time. Like I'm getting that energy of, is this going to end? Or am I ever going to break through and reach, you know, a solid foundation or a level of consciousness where I feel really grounded and peaceful? I just heard peace restored, and specifically peace of mind, because with these cards, I feel like you've been through a lot of turmoil, and some of these initiations that occurred and were occurring spiritually obviously correlated to the physical world. So you may have wondered at certain points, like, why do I have so many hardships, or why do I keep attracting these difficulties that I have to, you know, push through, heal from, transform, transmute? And it's like to reach this level of consciousness, to overcome. But I feel for many of you, you're already there. With, I keep seeing this number 5 as well. So you may be seeing, you know, 55 or 555. But there's a sense here also of change, you know, drastic change. But for this group, they're really emphasizing the changes you've been through spiritually and energetically, and how that's creating, like for this group, I'm not seeing necessarily, some of you may be manifesting certain things specifically, but there's changes that are going to come in that you were not specifically manifesting. It's just because of the consciousness and the frequency that you have reached. Your level of spiritual mastery is bearing fruit. It makes me think of, do you know, like Sadhu Guru, or some of these enlightened gurus and sages, or even like Eckhart Tolle, like at one point on their journey, I don't know the backstory of all of these individuals, but some of them, right, were more so focused on the inner life, meditation, introspection, inner work. Not all, you know, were necessarily in the pursuit of financial wealth and, you know, great abundance. But because of the consciousness they reached, like Eckhart Tolle, you know, when he stepped out and wrote that book and shared that wisdom, the amount of abundance he generated was, you know, enormous. Because of, you can't move through the world in that frequency at that level of consciousness without attracting a lot to you, right? And that's the energy I'm getting. For some of you, you may literally be on a path to enlightenment, or you have that potential in this lifetime to reach very, very high levels of consciousness. But I feel like you may have just been trying to focus on your spiritual path, and it was just like, I'm seeing getting hit with all these different things in all different areas of your life. Like, it could have felt really chaotic, but it's like, because you're ascending quite rapidly, and it's like, okay, next level, your frequency kept outgrowing people, circumstance. You may have had to let go of everyone and everything, or maybe not to that degree, but a lot. You've had to let go and close out a lot of cycles, or a lot of, this is making me feel like someone that, you know, connects with someone briefly and then a year into the connection, you've outgrown them, or, you know, finds a job that suits you at that time, but then you've outgrown it within the year or however long. So you could have experienced a lot of turnover, which has made it difficult at times perhaps to feel really grounded. You're going to feel grounded, and you're going to feel really safe in the world, in your body. I also am hearing, I just heard the dog days are over. So if you've really struggled with finances, especially if you've lived, you know, you've placed more of an emphasis on cultivating your inner life, I feel like that's changing as well, where there's a level of abundance you're attracting because of your spiritual abundance. With Nine of Wands and Death, I'm also hearing death to a lot of challenges. And yes, I'm not saying, oh, you'll never have a challenging experience again, but not like what you've lived is what I'm hearing. Because for many of you, I really feel like you've been put through your paces, or it's just been really intense for you. In first oracle, we have purity. You are pure, open spiritual eyes. Yeah, it's like you have, or you will reach this level of consciousness where you see everything as God. You understand that everything is source, everything is God. The illusions no longer catch you, right? And part of when we had experiences that are challenging or difficult, it helps us to emotionally detach from it, in the sense of, you know, things that may really phase another person. It may not phase you because, number one, you've lived through it, and number two, you understand at the core, I am a soul, I am a spiritual being, I am consciousness. Now that doesn't mean you don't have physical considerations or needs, but it's like you reach a level of mastery where, how do I say, where you know, like, everything is you, everything is source, and abundance and support kind of naturally flows to you, whether that comes through, you know, getting the right job offer, the right opportunity, or you may have a download for, I kept using the example of Eckhart Tolle, you could have a download for a book that, you know, is very wildly successful and brings in a lot of abundance. I just see that energy because of the consciousness you're in. And with purity as well, you're a great channel for the divine. You have breathing, ground, feel sensations, purity, clarity, expression. Yeah, you're about to feel a lot more grounded, a lot more safe, provided for. There's definite changes here around abundance, but it started from within is what I keep hearing. There's huge shifts that have happened internally for you. And with Nine of Wands and Death, I'm hearing you, they just keep showing me someone go through a cycle up, go through another cycle up, and just keep ascending that way, but it might be quite intense, right? Like, it could have felt, some of these cycles of spiritual growth could have almost felt chaotic. We also have attachment here, accumulation, defensiveness, scarcity. Yeah, you're coming out of lack and scarcity. I feel like for this group, you know how often, and those examples I gave you, they were individuals that are not attached to wealth or material things, right? They've generated a lot, they've cultivated a lot of it because of their spiritual frequency and disposition, but they're not necessarily pursuing it directly. And that's what I'm getting. Like, for some of you, you may not be super attached to the material world. And it's almost like that, but it's almost like that detachment is what is enabling you to attract in so much abundance and stability and finances and blessings. And for some of you, you may have had to cultivate, like you could have had limiting beliefs or certain attachments to how you perceive money or how you operate around money, and you've let go of that energy. You also have 555 on the table now, illumination, expression, positivity and joy, inspiration. I feel for this group, you are meant to be a light or a beacon to others. And part of that, you being a beacon or you inspiring others, could involve you almost expressing or communicating some of the challenges you've been through, the journey that got you here, how you transformed, how you changed, how to go about cultivating a true abundance, which is, you know, energetic abundance, which then is reflected in the physical. You may be here as well. Some of you are, yes, light workers or beacons of light for others, but you could also be helping to instill it's not new wisdom, but higher levels of wisdom, higher levels of consciousness, new values and priorities in society, really helping people see, okay, what matters and what doesn't, what supports our evolution and growth and what doesn't. There's some, you live in a way that, especially if, you know, you're living in the Western world, you live in a way that may be very unconventional to other people's priorities. I feel for this group, you're very internal, right? You're very focused on cultivating your consciousness, on spiritual practice, on this with breath work. It could be breath work, mantras, yoga, meditation. For some of you, you're gifted communicators or writers as well. But I'm just getting this sense that, you know, it's like you open people's eyes with purity to who they really are, to what really matters. You have wonders from the Eight of Swords. It's like you're also gifted at transmuting energy, and part of these challenges were designed to help you step into this frequency, your potential. Because I'm hearing, had you not gone through the fire, metaphorically speaking, so many times, I don't know if you would have this level of consciousness or this intensity in your energy field. It's those challenges did in a way help to make you, even if they were difficult to either experience or get through at that point in time. And I feel like for this group as well, it's like you've almost completely shed social conditioning. Like you've completely left the matrix, right? You've broken through with the threshold to a level of consciousness where it's I'm getting a really peaceful energy, very serene, like energy is really clear and simple for you. But you may live a life or have values that are considered simplistic, perhaps to a more capitalistic society and culture. But I feel like you help open people's eyes to what true victory or true success is. With this Five of Swords, you literally have enlightenment. I already mentioned for this group, you have that potential, if not already, to reach enlightenment or very high levels of consciousness. But it's like, this is true victory, right? Is remembering who you are, awakening to your highest expression and potential. With the Five of Swords underneath it, irrespective of whether the physical condition, but also financial, you may be helping people to detach their sense of self and identity and all the value they place in the world on money or on material items, right? Like you help them find the gold and the treasure, the kingdom of heaven within themselves, within their divinity. But I feel that's precisely what many of you have done, or that's where your value is, on the inner world and cultivating that spiritual practice. But yeah, with enlightenment, Five of Swords, again, even if you have a Five of Swords experience, which can be, you know, disappointment or failure, you know, a worldly sense of failure. I don't really believe in failure. I think if you grow from it, it's not a failure. But there's a sense here of when you bring this energy to the Five of Swords, it can't help but transform, right? It's not going to be the Five of Swords experience for you. And that's what I'm saying. It's like reaching such high levels of consciousness. And with wonders, it's making me think of awe, bliss, peace, enlightenment, those really high frequencies. And it transforms your physical experience. We have Halls of Amente, initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. It's funny that we have initiation here twice, because I kept saying, I feel like you've been through many spiritual initiations, but it's almost like this was preparing you for something you're here to deliver. With Halls of Amente, some of you are very well read or well learned when it comes to metaphysics and spirituality. But I also feel there's wonders and hidden treasure within your soul. And part of why you may have needed either solitude on this path or journey, or certain periods of time where you could really deep dive, is to excavate and activate some of these frequencies and energies within you. I also am hearing you're a beacon of peace. Wherever you go, you bring peace. Because I'm looking at this dove here. Crown chakra upgrade, divine connection, holy experiences, miraculous energy. But this is what I was trying to say, with enlightenment above it. When you walk through the world in this energy, you are a walking miracle. Things are blessed, things are transformed around you. Like, even if you're not specifically trying to manifest certain things, it's like, you know, moss to a flame, or you can't help but attract like this light. Look at the light radiating from you. And this, with enlightenment, is your highest potential in this lifetime. And from there, I feel like everything changes, right? But with crown chakra as well, you get a lot of downloads from spirit. And I already mentioned there may be something you're really asked to communicate to the collective, or write or speak on. And it's, you know, very advanced spiritual wisdom or knowledge. And that's part of your purpose. And I'm hearing your journey was preparation for that. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 3. I feel for this group, your life is about to change for some of you in terms of your connections, your relationships. With Knight of Cups, some of you, there is a love offer here. For those of you where that is what you want and that resonates, I feel like a love offer or offers of friendship here with the Three of Cups, like solid connections, soulmate, soul tribe energy. And I was hearing this song when I read The Kiss, I was hearing Kiss from a Rose by Seal. So those lyrics could be significant as well. But I'm just getting, I just see this beautiful energy of communion, of sharing. For some of you with the Hierophant and the Sun and the Three of Cups, this can also be like you sharing your wisdom, your gifts, your spiritual knowledge, talents that you have, and having a level of success and recognition from that with the Sun, right? Coming into a time where you're fully in alignment and blessed when it comes to your life's purpose, your life's mission. So again, if you're not looking for connection in a romantic sense, that message, you know, doesn't need to be for you. But with Knight of Cups and the Hierophant, for some of you, this is a connection that's very solid, that could go the distance with the Hierophant. For others of you, if you're wanting more friendships, like soul tribe, I see that as well. But with Three of Cups, I feel for some of you, this is almost like your audience, or people that are watching, like listening to your wisdom. For some of you, could have gifts as a speaker, a teacher, a creative. There's an entrepreneur, but I feel like you're going to attract a lot of, yes, recognition, but a lot of support from others with what you're doing and sharing. For those of you where you know you have a lot of wisdom, but you're unsure about, you know, whether you should share it or whether you should put yourself out there, Spirit is definitely telling you yes, like it will hugely transform your life. With Two of Wands, Five of Cups, I feel for some of you, you could have had a disappointment when it comes to connections in general. Like there could have been connections in the past, whether romantic or platonic, that, you know, it was challenging to trust, or you felt like you weren't aligned with these individuals. They weren't aligned with you spiritually. But I just see meeting like kindred spirits and souls that are very loving, very much appreciate you for your unique talents and gifts and who you are. Again, I do see a strong message here though about life purpose. Some of you, I feel, are here to be like spiritual teachers or guides, mentor, entrepreneur, creative. Like there's a really strong energy around that. And with the Sun, I do feel for many of you, there's the energy of being seen or being recognized for what you do and what you create. For this group, you are a very creative and dynamic soul, and you may at times have trouble finding people that can match you on that frequency. Very like you could be very expressive or just have a huge heart, a really big energy field. And we have Taurus energy here, and we have the Sun, Leo energy. So those signs could be significant, but I just feel like with the Sun and Leo energy, it makes me feel like larger than life, like being seen, being recognized, being heard. I feel like you have an energy that is difficult to ignore. And it's by design, because it's when you put yourself out there in any way, people can't help but watch you, or people can't help but be drawn to you and want to know, like, what are they doing, or how are they doing it? Or Even the way you express yourself or the way you dress could be quite unique. There's something unique about your energy, your voice, how you, even like if we're talking about creative or entrepreneurial skills, the ideas you come up with or the way you express yourself is very unique. And people may feel like, oh, I've never seen someone like this before, or I've never experienced work like this before. Yeah, you can't help but shine. I also feel like you've been through, with the Five of Cups, these could be like karmic connections or karmic challenges that really taught you how to love and embrace yourself, but not, set boundaries, right? To not take on other people's energy or not be overly concerned with how other people perceive you. Understanding that's their journey, that's their truth or experience, and they're free to see you in whatever way works for them. I feel for this group, you are someone, again, I keep hearing larger than life, like your energy field is so huge, so expansive. But with Ace of Coins and Page of Cups, it's like anything you touch, you breathe life into. And it's like when you really go the distance with a particular business or project, you can have huge levels of success. Like for some of you, I do see and feel this energy of fame or a high level of recognition. You have Heart of Ascension sitting above the Two of Wands, expansion, love for all, playfulness, release the past. Again, for some of you, I feel like you've had to let go of the past. And with Heart of Ascension, I think your heart is so huge. Again, you can live with love for all. It's like unity consciousness. You can hold love for everyone. But there could have been people in the past that either took advantage of that or you had to really use discernment with and set boundaries with. And I feel like now you're in a place or position where it would be I'm hearing it would be impossible to manipulate you because of your awareness and because of the experiences you've had previously. You know who and what works for you and what doesn't. Also, I'm seeing the number 333 for you. So that could be a significant number when it comes, again, to creativity, expression. You're here as well to live outside the box. When I say the box, I mean outside of the matrix or societal norms. So there could be aspects of either what you're doing, how you're dressing, how you live that is not considered normal or is considered unusual, or I just heard the phrase as well, eccentric. But it's like that's by design as well, because I feel like you're here to model. I'm hearing that song Release Me. I can't remember who sung it. I know it's from a long time ago. Oh, Agnes. Agnes, Release Me. Yeah, there's something expansive. When people are around you, it feels like their energy field just expands. Their minds are expansive. You bring in this, everything multiplies around you. So how does it change your life? Well, for some of you with immense success and recognition, a lot of love. Even if you've had situations in the past where people either didn't understand you or couldn't love you the way you deserved, that's not going to be your future, is what I'm hearing. And for those of you who haven't yet come into soulmate or soul tribe connections, you're going to have like this community and connections that really celebrate you, that are on that frequency, that love your energy. So for some of you, you may have had to really master the lessons of not changing yourself, right? Regardless of people's reaction to you or society, the matrix, what you've been told is normal. It's like still staying true to you, irrespective of what they think and what they feel. You also have Earth Angel. Kindness, sensitivity, strength, higher perspective, divine abilities. Yeah, I'm hearing you have your wings, but some of you have a very clear life purpose and you've always known that. But I'm hearing some people may have taken your kindness for weakness and so you could have had some disappointments, because I feel for this group, your heart is so pure and you're so genuine that people may at times misconstrue that. But with divine abilities, for some of you, you have really clear, not only spiritual gifts, but I'm hearing for some of you creative gifts. I'm getting the realm of like spiritual teacher, metaphysics, and also creative talents. You also have here contemplation, silence, knowing, releasing control, sitting above the Ace of Coins. I just heard you can't fight destiny. And there's certain experiences I feel that are destined to come in for you, especially around your life purpose and connections. You may find as well that your unions are very like destined or preordained, in the sense that I feel like in the past, say this earth angel was trying to get into a connection with someone that, you know, just isn't awakened, isn't at this anywhere near at this frequency. It's like spirit may have been pulling the rug from underneath you, or spirit may have kind of deterred you from that path. Because I feel as though there's for some of you, you have a really beautiful divine union that's coming in or has come in, that, you know, kind of hold your hand in this life and gives that support. And it could be as well, like this person could change your fate when it comes to finances and success, right? Or there could be, again, like collaborations with Three of Cups or soul tribe members that really help you when it comes to fulfilling your purpose. And that was part of the soul contract. Yeah, I'm hearing you. Your heart is so pure. I feel like you extend love to everyone, even people that hurt you. I feel like you still have love and compassion. So pure. And it's funny, we have Smokey Quartz, which is a card of purification. But you have this effect. It's like you open people's hearts or expand people's consciousness, even if they don't, like they may think, oh, you know, I don't like that person or their energy. But it's like your energy field is still operating on them in a sense. Or the things you create, for example, the things you say, you write, you speak, has that effect. Yeah, you literally have destiny, divine purpose, passion, service. For this group, you're a very passionate soul. I don't feel like you could live inside the box. I don't feel like perhaps normality or normal ways of being, doing, even in terms of career and work, just may not work for you. I just feel for this group, you're meant to be outside that box. But you have such an angelic, pure frequency. It's like you may consider yourself a divine rebel in the sense that you don't follow norms, but like there's this purity and love and kindness and even like a humility, a gentle energy as well, that it's like people may at first consider you unassuming. They may not see like just what a powerhouse you are, but they're about to. And that's part of how your life is changing as well. Being around people that recognize this in you and that support this version of you. You have wisdom. Yeah, you're very, very wise. People are see-through to you as well. Like you can see where the wounds are, why they operate the way they do, and hold compassion and hold space for that. And that's part of why I feel other people may feel very safe in your presence, or very, your energy is really beautiful and nurturing as well. But you may have felt in the past overlooked by others. And that's changing. I'm hearing you were overlooked by the wrong ones to make sure you ended up in the right connections on the right path. So if you felt like there were a lot of doors that have closed on you and I'm hearing they closed for you. I'm hearing God doesn't play when it's about you, because I feel like your heart is so pure. Look, you literally have miracles and rainbow. You also bring a lot of light and joy to other people, and you're going to have people that want to bring joy to you. Yeah, I just heard for once. So for some of you, you could have been trying to spread love and light, but you kept coming across people that were either trying to tear your energy down or it triggered them, right? That light triggered their shadows, their fears, their demons. And it's like, not literal demons, metaphorically speaking. And it's like, now you're attracting and connecting with people that are on that frequency, that want to be on that vibration with you and want to share in that energy. They want to collaborate and give to you. You could have also had to work at pulling your energy back and not over giving to others, especially those who, you know, either took it for granted or just weren't on your level. Look, you have Earth Angel with angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe, potent connection. Sitting above the Hierophant. It's like coming into union with another Earth Angel. Or for those of you where you're not interested in a romantic connection, coming into contact or having a circle around you of other Earth Angels and light workers, those who really resonate for you. But for some of you, I really do feel like this is a partnership, or there is a union for some of you involved. And it's like feeling as though it's finally what you give to others and how you make other people feel, finally you get that in return. finally you have people that can do that for you or can share that energy with you. And it may be quite refreshing, because I'm seeing like this earth angel that's wandering through certain circumstances or situations, relationships, situationships. And it's like, why is that? Like, you may have felt like, why is no one like me? Like, why am I so different? Or is there something wrong with me? And it's like, no, you're just at a very different frequency and level of consciousness. But it's like coming into this time where, especially around connection, things start to align for you. And you have Orion activation. You may resonate with being a starseed. Supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. Yeah, you're a supernova and a powerhouse, especially when it comes to manifestation and creative energy. Like, I'm hearing you can create anything. You're that powerful. Also, when you come into this union, or some of you may have already done so, but this union and also connections, these beautiful connections in general, I feel like you're going to be unstoppable. It could be like you work together with the sun, or you're both working on something or do something that puts you both in the spotlight. But there's an energy here of having this support, this love just changes the game for you, because it's like you were already a powerhouse on your own, but having that support and those connections just really elevates you to the next level. And it really makes you feel as though nothing is impossible, especially with miracles here, because it's people are joining you who also have that mindset. People are joining you who actually believe in miracles, who want to work with you to create miracles rather than to, tear down the light. It's like you're going to have a new experience of what it's like to work with others, or to really be held, because I feel like you hold so much space for everyone. And it's like now you have that, you have that in return. And I feel like it's going to be a game changer for you. So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Hi, group 4. Now, I feel for this group right now, there's a really strong emphasis on healing. Healing from the past. For some of you, healing from an ending or a connection that's ended. But I feel like your heart chakra is being completely cleansed, right? And so that's one change, is healing and the renewal of hope with the star. I'm also hearing right now, you're being asked to cleanse your energy by being with the forest here. For some of you, the best way to cleanse your energy is to be out in nature, to go to the forest, but you're releasing a lot of energies, a lot of emotion, past wounds. For some of you, it could be past trauma. I just see a complete cleansing, energetically, spiritually, emotionally. Now, that is going to create obviously shifts in your physical world and the experiences you have, because I'm hearing you're going to be attracting in people, situations, experiences at that level of healing, right? So individuals that are healed themselves or at a higher level of consciousness. For some of you, it's the end of a karmic cycle. Like you've been through a huge karmic cycle or chapter, and it's like now spirit is helping you to release the energetic effects of that cycle so that you can come into this beautiful, peaceful, healed energy. I just keep hearing hope is renewed. And it's almost like right now, any energetic imprint that you've taken on from people, childhood, belief systems, for some of you, you're literally cleansing karma from lifetimes, right? So if you've been through certain karmic challenges, Spirit is saying some of the reason or the core theme has played out in other lifetimes, which is why it was attracted in this incarnation. But I feel like for this group, you've cleared out huge amounts of karmic cycles, patterns, situations, energies, and it's like now your energy field is being purified again. The color green could be really soothing to you right now as well. I also am hearing you're coming out of the forest. So if you felt like, oh, like what am I going through? Why am I thinking back to, such and such heartbreak? For some of you, this could be pain from long ago. That's also because I'm seeing clearing a lot of energy from other lifetimes and this lifetime. For some of you though, this could also be a recent ending with the Three of Swords and Ace of Swords. But you may be thinking like, why is my mind being drawn back to such and such? I moved past that, or I thought that was done and it's coming up again. But again, it's because of this healing and clearing energy that's taking place. I see your life is going to change in the sense you attract very different connections. But I'm also seeing part of this learning curve is learning to love solitude, learning to love either time in nature alone or meditation or just I just see you really cultivating a beautiful connection with yourself and feeling very at peace with yourself and in your own energy. And it's like, because you're so content on your own, that makes you even more, I would say, magnetic or appealing to others, right? Because you've really taken care of self. I'm seeing this beautiful energy of feeling like you've healed, like a sigh, and just like, oh, thank God that cycle is over. Those emotions have ended. For those of you who've struggled with a lot of, thoughts that kept reappearing linked to the past or linked to past pain, or you've been trying to heal something for some time, especially emotionally around that heart chakra, it's like now you feel liberated. What's most healed though, and what changes your life, is the relationship you foster with yourself and also your self-perception. It's like no longer are the pains of the past or other people's energy. It's no longer writing the narrative of who you are. You've taken that power back. You're doing that for self. And it's like you're coming out of a time of, maybe personal healing around, the individual self, into a more expansive energy of, spiritual growth, those higher levels of consciousness. Your frequency is drastically shifting. You also have nurture, master number 11, self-healing, ruby ray, birthing the new earth. So yeah, you're definitely focused right now on healing. And Spirit is saying that on its own is going to transform your life, especially your connections. I also feel like your experience or your beliefs around love, around community, around being vulnerable with others is also changing or will change because of this shift. Because you also have depths of love. Let go of fear to jump into love. Let go beyond attachments. And with that Ace of Swords, you can see this sword is cutting away any attachment, any bond, anything that lingers energetically. And I keep hearing it's clearing all karma. So for some of you, with 10, you've completed your karmic cycle or history. It's almost like now you can operate from those higher frequencies because there is no karmic patterns or imprints that are affecting your energy field. Right? And it's like achieving a level of spiritual mastery and spiritual growth where those energies can't impede your journey. But right now I'm hearing you may need to be really gentle with yourself as you go through this, because this is I'm hearing you're releasing a lot of energies, like a lot of energetic purging, clearing. You may be getting you may feel quite tired, or you may have certain symptoms. And again, if you feel genuinely unwell, obviously go to a doctor and seek medical advice. But for those of you, you may just be feeling a little, I just heard drained as well. But there's so much that you're letting go of energetically, and you may want to work with practices, whether it's, again, being in nature, walking barefoot in nature, any type of cleansing. You may work with meditations where you're really clearing or cleansing energies. You may want to work with the violet flame, anything that really helps you release these frequencies. You may also want to, I'm seeing someone that's drinking, enough water, taking care of their body, or eating really healthy. That may help with some of the process. And I'm also seeing some physical movement. But really grounding and I'm hearing grounding and self-care are instrumental with some of these shifts that you're going through. You also have sanctuary, healing and comfort, faith, restoration. Didn't I say before it's like a return of hope or faith? I feel like you're going to be feeling really good. Very, I just keep hearing purified and cleansed. And it's going to change your outlook completely, especially around connection. Like in the past, if you felt a little wary around connecting, or, past experiences did have an effect on how you viewed connections, how you viewed yourself, I feel like you've come out of that. And you've also healed, I keep hearing, your self-concept and your relationship with yourself. For some of you, there could have been a point in time where it was hard for you to either sit in silence or be on your own completely, because certain things will bubble to the surface. But I feel like you've done a level of healing now where it's like, I was reading a quote the other day, I can't remember who said it, it was by a writer. And they said something along the lines of, loneliness is the absence of self and solitude is the fullness of self. There's a big difference. And that's true in the sense that there's this energy of really loving and embracing yourself. And perhaps for some of you with the 3 of Swords, there could have been a wound you know, or a heartbreak linked to another that then took you on a journey of self. And it's like that journey is reaching completion. Like you literally have utopia, peace, serenity, paradise. That's what's happening to your world. These frequencies, love, peace, serenity, grace. I see you as well feeling a lot, you know, when you release a huge burden, imagine releasing all of them. They're making me feel like releasing all of them at once, right? All those bricks taken off your shoulders. You're going to feel light as a feather, energetically speaking, through this change. And again, it will have a ripple effect in the physical world, but not right now. Right now, it's more on this process and this inner journey and healing. But I see you attracting in, you're no longer attracting anything karmic, essentially, because this karma is completely released. It's like now you can attract things of a higher vibration. Now you can attract things that are in alignment with your frequency. You're going to be vibrating at a much higher level, which means your abundance increases, improvements in health, across the board. You may feel like a new person as well. Like this is who you've always been, but it may have been buried beneath certain energies or karmic patterns or burdens that others tried to place upon you. Yeah, you literally have the card of solitude. So again, you've mastered as well the art of solitude, of independence, of being your own best friend here with nurturing self, seeking validation within yourself. And I feel like some of these changes has created a really beautiful ripple effect, or will be creating a beautiful ripple effect in your world. I'm also seeing 777, which for me is a number of divine connection. So I feel like you are very much divinely supported and connected to the divine, but most importantly, you're super connected to self. And I feel like that's the game changer, and that's the thing that's the biggest blessing. You may also be spending more time alone in solitude. Again, I keep seeing depictions of someone in nature, like whether it's walking through a park or a forest or, you know, wherever you have access to, or it could be, I don't know, you could be drawn to the water as well. But I keep getting energy of cleansing. I'm also hearing you're going more deeply into self. For some of you, there could have been wounds or memories or experiences from the past that you may have healed. You know how we can heal layers of it, but like healing works in kind of spirals, and it's like now you're hitting the core and releasing those energies from the core. So core patterns, core wounds, core emotions are now being understood and alleviated, fully released. Look, you literally have transformation with this butterfly. So yeah, you are transforming, you are healing, you are growing. I'm hearing trust the process as well, because right now, again, it may take a little bit of time for you to go through this process before things really start to shift or you see differences in the physical world. But I do feel it's coming, and Spirit doesn't want you to lose hope or lose faith as you go through that process. And with transformation, I feel for this group, you've already done a lot of healing, right? But this is almost complete liberation from past beliefs, past experiences, even past lives. For some of you, you've been able to literally cleanse and clear all your karma, right? Where you're completely liberated. And it's ironic because your next card, karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. And that's one of the changes in the physical world. Because there's no karmic imprints anymore, you're number one, able to be your true authentic self at a soul level. But with live your truth as well, I think it was sitting above the page of coins. Yeah. It may offer a new beginning in regards to how you want to show up in the physical world. Like you may be drawn to create something, write something. You may be more expressive than you were previously. Or I'm also seeing someone who's more open to trying their hands at different things. So you may have new hobbies. You may want to embark on a new career path or business venture. It's almost like a complete reset and restart. Like the slate has been wiped clear. You've been completely cleansed. And now it's like you will feel like a new being. And your life will reflect that. You may make drastic changes that could surprise others coming out of this, because they're not drastic in the sense that it is what's aligned to you at a core level. But people may not have fully seen or understood this side or these sides of you because of some of the energetic imprints from the past. You have Hatha light codes, light immersion, full system upgrade, power recall. Yeah, beautiful. The star. You're definitely a star seed, old soul, ancient soul. You may have, I'm seeing like Venusian energy here. So again, a lot of divine grace, a lot of beauty, a lot of flow. But with power recall, we take our power back by, again, not allowing others, number one, not giving our attention, awareness, energy to others, putting it on self is probably the most effective way to call energy back. But I also see you calling back your energy from any karmic ties, past timelines, past lives, experiences, and just bringing all that energy back to self. And I feel like that's either what you're doing or you will be doing. And it creates, look at the light around you, illuminating any karmic patterns or frequencies that were blocking this light, and the expression of the light through you has been released. So it's going to feel as though in the physical world, like you know, the world is your oyster. You're limitless because you're embodying this energy, having healed through so many, you know, whether it be limitations, past experiences, past fears. And that expansive energy is obviously going to have a huge effect in what you can create, because Spirit's saying it's up to you. You've got that blank slate. What do you want to create moving forward? So that's all I have for you. I hope this reading resonates, and I hope you have a beautiful day.